okay, we're given something and then we're asked to show something. This is what we've been given. And we've asked them to show this over here. So one thing I want to mention to you is that just looking at it, it does appear to be geometric, all right? Now what I mean by that, if you wrote the A down and just simply expanded it, this thing over here, you get something pretty simple. What I mean by that is you could write that down. It would be P, and then you'd get, 1 plus R over 12 to the first power plus, P 1 plus R over 12 to the second power plus yada, yada, yada. And where would it stop? P 1 plus R over 12, and it would stop at 12t. All right? Now, one thing you could do there is factor something out to make it a little bit easier for you. Depending, I would say it does make it easier for me, by the way. If you factored out a P and a 1 plus R over 12, what would you get? You would get 1 plus R over 12 plus yada, 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 plus, well, let's write this last term down, 1 plus R over 12. And we factor out one of the factors, so it'll be 12t minus, whoops, that doesn't look like a 12t, does it? 12t minus 1. All right, let me show you this is written. It's written right over here. Factored it out, I get this thing over here. All right? Next thing is to recognize it's geometric, and it is. All right? It's finite, not to worry about the size of those common ratios, though. So what do you write down? I'm basically just copying this over here. I did that. And this is the part where I'm using the geometric formula for the sum. So it's going to be 1 minus the common ratio, which 1 plus R over t, to the 12t minus 1 plus 1, which is 12t, and then 1 minus the common ratio. And we got this over here. Certainly looking at it, I would recommend simplifying things if you can. And looking at it, the bottom simplifies very nicely just to this over here. And what I did over there is it's dividing by a fraction. I'll multiply by its reciprocal. That's all I did there. All right. I pulled out a minus 1, and I just commuted this thing around like this. All I've done. And what do you get there? Well, let's look at it. And if you multiply it out, you certainly get P, and 12 over R plus 1. I got this. I just multiplied these two together. And then I took this minus 1 and brought it on the inside. And what do you get? Minus 1 plus this. All right? And then I just kind of move things around to make it look like what I want it to look like. P, I take this, write it over here. Not a big deal. And then this, just rewrite it. Got it written over here. Worked out pretty nicely. Is that what they wanted us to show? It sure is. That's what we did. Thank you.